Greetings one and all. Welcome back to my kitchen here today, where I'm going to be making a nice pate. Instead of using livers or any sort of meat or anything, I'm going to be using mushrooms. So, first thing I've got in my fry pan here is I've just been melting and gently heating up 2 tablespoons of butter mixed with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And into that I'm going to add 1 sort of coarsely chopped red onion and 4 coarsely chopped cloves of garlic. And also to that I've got a couple of tablespoons of just freshly plucked fresh leaves of thyme. I'll put that in as well. So yeah, we'll just gently simmer that away, just till the onions and the garlic soften a little bit. Alrighty, once my onions have starting to soften up there, and they're just starting to go a little translucent, I've got here next just a punnet of 375 grams sliced white mushrooms. There they go. Alrighty, now once those mushrooms have cooked down a fair bit, I'm just going to add a little sea salt, freshly ground black pepper, I'm going to add, I've got some ground dried sage leaf. I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of that. And I've got here a 1/4 cup of brandy. Stand back. And now we're just going to cook this until that liquid evaporates, which shouldn't take too long. Alrighty, now once most of that, there's still a little bit of liquid there, but most of it's evaporated, and I will just take that off the heat and just let it cool down a little bit. And once it's cooled down a bit, I'll get back to you. Okay, now once my mushrooms have cooled down, which they have here, I'm just going to put them in my processor here. Well, that's just the bowl of the processor. I'll be connecting it up shortly. Alrighty, now I'm going to be, this is, it's a mushroom pate, but it's also going to contain macadamia nuts, which just before I started, these are just in half, and I just gave them a roast or toasting in a dry fry pan. So they're nice and yeah. So they're going to go on. and that's about 3/4 of a cup of them. I've got here about 100 grams of just cream cheese. So it's basically like 2 big dollops, like so. And the last little twist I'm just going to add to my pate mix is I've got a couple of tablespoons of nutritional yeast flakes, which will just give it that little extra flavouring. You probably won't notice it too much, but you will notice it if you know it's there. It's just a little extra umami sort of touch. Alright, I'll set up my food processor and get to processing it. Okay, so I've whizzed up all that pate now. It's a really good texture. It really resembles pate, like liver pate. So I've got a glass container here, which does have a lid if I need it. And as you can see, I've just lined it with some cling film wrap. And I'm going to fill that up. My mushroom and macadamia. I have to stop calling it just mushroom. The macadamia is just as an important ingredient. Right, that's pretty good. Alright, so I'm just going to pat that down. Make sure it gets into the corners of that bowl. In actual fact, just excuse the noise. I'm going to give it a couple of bashes. Like so. I'm going to put the lid on it. And I'm going to chill that for at least a couple of hours. Alrighty guys, so I've pulled that pate out of the fridge and I've just served up a serving into a bowl here. I'm just serving it with a few store-bought biscuits and also some of these crispy, dried, oven-dried, salty, spicy snow peas that I just made earlier too. Now I'll put a separate link up at the end of this video how to make those. They're really worth making, but this video is about the pate, so let's get a bit of our biscuit, grab a bit of our pate like so, get it on there. I mean, it just looks like a like pate, really, like a mushy, yummy looking pate. Let's try it. Look guys, that pate, I love my chicken liver pate, all that, don't get me wrong, but that stands up against any liver pate I've tried. It is absolutely delicious. Oh gee, I really urge you to give that a try. I'll try a bit of my crispy pea here. Pea chip, whatever you want to call it. Oh man, that's good. In combination with that salty, spicy, crispy pea, it's just heaven. It really is. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Thanks to those who subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And I'm not just saying that, I do really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, can I ask that you subscribe? And like I always say, if you don't want to, no worries. And I'll see you all next time, guys.